All right, guys. So I'm excited to be able to come to you, and we have a great training on deck for you all tonight. What we're going to talk about is a key component of the business, and that's dealing with the numbers, right? So there's not a business that's out there, whether it is a Primerica business, whether it is a franchise business, whether it's any kind of business that generates money and a profit, and there's a transaction or a service that's being offered that does not have some type of formula to predict how the money is made, right? And so the numbers is what drives everything. I remember I was watching this reality show. Tillman Fertitta, the owner of the Houston Rockets, and he's a billionaire. For those of us in Houston, y'all know who he is. But he has this reality show. I cannot remember the name of this reality show. I think it's called Billionaire Buyer or something like that. I might be getting it wrong. Forgive me for that. But what he does is that he gives small businesses an opportunity to get in business with him, to where he'll use them for one of their services, or he'll use them for, one of their products, because he has restaurants all over. He's an entrepreneur. He just purchased the Rockets a couple of years ago. Y'all get what I'm saying. And in one episode in particular, now I don't watch the show all the time, but I watched just a collection of shows, just kind of get a feel for them, because success always leaves clues. Always remember that. Success leaves clues. So if you watch and study, hopefully, man, it's saying that my internet connection might be unstable. Can you guys hear me okay? Good? All right. And so in one of the episodes, he talked about, what, do you all hear me? Y'all can hear me okay? Hello? Did I freeze? Oh, Lord. Okay, did I freeze?
Yeah.
Okay, what about now? Am I freezing? Am I good?
Can you see them?
Yeah, I can see them.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're like, we can see you now, but you came in and out.
Glitching.
You froze.
Okay. What about now? Is it good? Is it?
Is it good?
Yes,
now?
it's good.
Okay. Well, we've been having some challenges with my AT&T Uverse service. I don't know what is going on, but for the last 3 days, it's just been hiccuping. And so, but yeah, so they are on a very short leash. But I appreciate you guys. Just let me know if, for whatever reason, I start to kind of freeze and, come in and out. Let me know that, because I want to make sure that you guys get this information. But what Tillman was talking about was that, when he sits down with somebody, he always asks this question, well, what are your numbers? What are your numbers? And if you guys watch Shark Tank, that's one of the things that they want to know is hey, what are your numbers? And every business has key metrics, key numbers that they monitor in order to be able to see how the business is going to perform, how the forecast is going to perform. And one of the people that Tillman was talking to, they really didn't know their numbers. And they tried to make an excuse for not knowing their numbers. And Tillman stopped him and said, man, I own several businesses. He said, I know the numbers for all of my businesses. And I thought about that. I said, dang. I'm telling you, man, success leaves clues. And so what I wanted to talk to you all about, and this might be a reinforcement training for some of you guys, but it might be new to others. What are the numbers of Primerica? Because Primerica is a business of numbers, right? And so, because when you think about it, in this business, in Primerica, it's all about the numbers. It is all about the numbers, right? It's all about the numbers. And yes, I'll repeat that. It's all about the numbers. So what I want to talk about is Primerica as a business versus a hustle. A business versus a hustle. Here's the thing. A lot of times people throw around the whole thing about, hey, I'm looking for a side hustle. I'm looking for something to do on the side. And that's fine as a colloquialism to find an extra stream of income for yourself. But Primerica, listen to me, family, this is not a hustle. This is not a thing. This is not just a money-making opportunity. No, this is a for real, legitimate business. This is a for real, legitimate business. And we can really go deep on this thing, but I'm going to just kind of keep it on some numbers that we can all really just wrap our minds around, from the most seasoned person to the newest person, right? And so this is a for real business. This is a business, not a hustle. Now you can work it like it's awesome, but just know and understand that there's numbers to this that you can govern yourself by that can help drive you towards whatever it is your goal happens to be. And so business versus hustle. Business versus hustle. So let's talk about it. So the numbers don't lie. Just like the banner says at the top, the numbers of the business or any business don't lie, right? And so Jay-Z had this whole, movement that he started, this famous phrase that he coined. And I don't know if he was the first one to do it, but he just made it popular in recent times. But he said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. I'm going to repeat that. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? And so a lot of times when people say certain things, when people respond certain ways about the business that aren't necessarily on the positive side, I guarantee you, listen to me, family, I guarantee you that if you really took a deep dive into that person's numbers, then whatever they're saying about, this didn't do that, if you really looked at their numbers, if you peeled back the layers of the numbers, then it might tell a different story, because men lie, women lie, and numbers don't. It's the truth. And so these are common things that are said when a person doesn't work the numbers. Well, Nick, what are the numbers? I'm going to get to that in a minute. These are common things that are said when a person doesn't work the numbers in Primerica. Primerica is hard, right? Oh, this business is tough. It's hard, man. Okay, I got you, right? But these are familiar things. Trust me, the reason why I know they're familiar things, because I said them once upon a time. These words actually come out of my mouth, or these are thoughts that have crossed my mind. If they didn't come out of my mouth, they crossed my mind. Man, Primerica is hard. What about, I'm not making any money? Not making any money, or I haven't made any money in a minute. Man, this business is challenging. Man, Primerica is hard, right? These are common things that are said when a person doesn't work the numbers. And listen, you don't have to say amen if this is you. All you got to do is just kind of blink real hard if this is you, right? We've all been guilty. My appointment's rescheduled. Is this like, what is going on? Primerica is hard, man. I just did, yeah, man. Common things that are said when a person doesn't work the numbers. My recruit joined, but my recruit quit. Primerica is hard, right? And then my favorite is just fill in the blank. Just fill in the blank. Yada, 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 Primerica is hard. I guarantee you, whatever came before the part at the end that says Primerica is hard, whatever came before that, it has something to do with that person or that group not really working the numbers. Not really working the numbers. And I know that is a jagged pill to swallow a little bit, but if we're honest with ourselves and we're dealing in objective reality where we are like not deluding ourselves and we really are honest with ourselves, I guarantee you that if you look at your calendar, because that's really the evidence of success. If you look in your calendar, right? If you look in your calendar, that's where the success lies. Right? The success isn't in the trophy that you receive or your name being on a slide or anything like that. The success is what's in your calendar. That's the success. If you really look in your calendar and you really take inventory, of the work that you've done, I guarantee you that if you're not where you want to be, it's all going to fall back on the question of did you or did you not really, really work the numbers? Or did you work the numbers for a long enough period of time to get a sample size to get results? Are y'all with me so far? Am I good? Everybody can hear me clearly? Give me a thumbs up if I'm good. All right? All right, perfect. And so let's talk about the numbers. Let's talk about that, right? And so, because look, man, Primerica is not a hard business. It's challenging, but it's not hard. If you really understand what the real work is, one of our uplines. He's a multi-million-dollar earner in the business. His name is Mike Tuttle. He makes probably $2-3 million just in Primerica alone. Totally financially independent, financially wealthy. He's a big outdoors guy. He's got a ranch or two up there in North Texas and all that good stuff, East Texas and all that. And he told the story one time about how you have to teach hunting dogs to hunt, or I think he was saying that you got to kind of feel a hunting dog out. He says, man, when you take a hunting dog out for the first time, and I might be messing the story up, but this is just kind of the gist of it. He said, man, you take a hunting dog out and you release them, and it's kind of naturally in them. If they hunt, like they can try to sniff stuff out, you're like, oh man, that's a good hunting dog, right? But if you got a hunting dog that you release it and then they find them, well, they're in the parking lot sniffing on cars, you're like, oh my goodness, like I got to work with this dog, right? Like I got to teach this, I got to train it and teach it. Well, let me tell you something. Most of us, myself included, I was not a successful business owner. When I got licensed and I got released, and like, I mean, look, man, who do I talk to? Like, I need to be told, like, what are we looking for? And the longer it took for somebody to tell me, the more frustrated that I got, right? Who is my target? What am I looking for? Just like that animal that's out there in the wild. Like, I mean, are we hunting deer? Are we hunting doves? Are we hunting ducks? Like, what are we hunting, man? Because what am I after? Because we're not hunting everything. And the same thing is in Primerica. So what I want to talk about is, what are we looking for? Because if you don't know what you're looking for, this is what you're destined for. You're destined for frustration. This is one of my favorite movies, man. It's that scene when Trey, man, him and Ricky got pulled over by the cops, and the cops, hemmed him up and talked bad to him and threatened his life and all that type of stuff, man. He went over to Nia Long's house, which is, his girlfriend, her name was Brandy in the movie. And he was just so fed up with his environment to where he just started like just going off. And all she could do was just watch him, as he went through that. And I'm telling you right now, some of you guys might be in Primerica to where you just feel like acting like Trey. Where you just frustrated, you like, oh man, I'm trying to get this promotion. I'm trying to make this level of income. I'm trying to build this team. I'm trying to go RVP. And man, I mean, these people ain't moving. People saying that they want to do it, but then they change it. What the heck is going? Man, people ain't going to get licensed. They said they were studying. I'm checking the system. They not on the daggum simulator. What, y'all just frustrated, and I'm going to tell you right now, the people that are loved ones to you, all they can do is just sit back and watch you, just like she's watching him. And then just love on you and support you, just like she's doing right there, right? But what I want to do, family, is that I want to get us to a place to where you can take the emotion out. If y'all are ever around me, y'all can tell, man, Nick, you stay even, man. If anything, you're going to veer on the side of being excited, right? But that wasn't always my Primerica story. There were many moments and seasons in my career in this business to where, man, I would be frustrated because nobody ever told me what I'm going to share with you guys tonight. And that's the numbers. That's the numbers of the business. Because when you know the numbers, you accept the numbers, and you work the numbers, right? You find out that the numbers can't beat you. They cannot beat you. And it takes a lot of the bad emotion out of it. You need emotion to be able to be in business. That's healthy, but it takes a lot of the poisonous emotions out of the business if you really understand the numbers, all right? And so let's go through that. And I think this might help some people out. And we're going to get into compensation a little bit and all that. I'm telling you, man, it's some of y'all people that need to be on here. Because they're going to be calling you, texting you, saying, oh, man, and it's like, man, did you check that training out that Nick did? And he's talking about the numbers? No, what you talking about? I don't know what that is. Okay, all right. So this is the deal. So what you're hunting for, what we are looking for are what we call qualified appointments, right? Qualified candidates to sit down with. Well, Nick, what makes a qualified appointment? Well, I'm glad you asked, right? So this is what you're looking to strive to get, to schedule appointments with and sit down with. This is where you want to spend most of your time when you're doing appointments in Primerica, right? And so you're looking for people that have these two characteristics. These are the non-negotiables, right? You're looking for people that are employed full-time or they have a full-time level of income. Well, Nick, she doesn't have a job, but she's self-employed. She's a hairstylist or whatever. That's fine. As long as the person has a full-time level of income. They could be self-employed, they could be a business owner, are they making money? And is it on the par of being full-time employed? If the answer is yes, good. Check the box off. And people that are between age about 25 and 55. Now understand there are exceptions. Somebody can be over the age of 55. Man, there are people in Primerica that are doing amazing things in this business that are over the age of 55. Heck, man, we just celebrated somebody, check this out, in Primerica on this past Sunday, the newest regional vice president in our hierarchy, Miss Bernadette Rivas. I'm going to let me say, man, she joined the business after she was 55, and then she ain't nothing but just a double stone cold winner. And so, there are exceptions to that. We've seen that, and we have people that are on this meeting, right? I mean, that you're nothing but a winner. There's always exceptions. But as you build your business, even though you may be the exception, and you might know some people that are exceptions, you don't want to try to build your business as a whole on exceptions. Hopefully that makes sense. Right? And so you want to kind of stay within that age range of about 25 to 55. And if you're taking notes, make a note of this. Because within that 25 to 55, I don't have that on this slide, there's a sweet spot in there. I'll say between age about 27, listen to me, about 27 and about age 40 to 45. That's the sweet spot, right? People that are between age 27 and I'll give it to about age 45. That is a very sweet spot in Primerica. Because for one, those people are at a place to where they might be looking for an opportunity, right? They worked on this job, that job. They've been in the work world long enough to know that, man, this ain't working. This is not going to work. And so a lot of times people that are on the younger end of that spectrum, the 27, 28, 29-year-olds, they're entertaining changing jobs if they haven't already, going back to school to get more education, because they feel that might be their gateway to a better life and a better opportunity than where they are right now. They're thinking about going to get a real estate license. Yes, they are. They're thinking about investing in real estate as, and being an investor, flipping houses and property. They're looking for something, some type of franchise, janitorial business. They look into trade stocks and all. I mean, people are looking. Right? They're open to something because they've made the conclusion that this current path that I'm on is not working. That's a sweet spot from the opportunity side. And from a business standpoint, it's been particularly life insurance, people that are within that age range, they probably have a little bit more responsibilities, right? People are between, about 27 and 45. I mean, they've had a kid or two or three or four or five. Yeah. They've had some kids, might got a mortgage in there, and in addition to that, they kind of matured enough in their thinking to say, hey, you know what? If I pass away, I don't want to leave my family in a bind financially. I don't want to be a burden, right? Because they've seen people that they know pass away, these GoFundMe page, and they don't want to be a part of that group. And they're probably on the more healthier side when it comes to medically qualifying for the insurance. And they can get a sensible amount of coverage for a good price, right? If they're between that sweet spot of about 27 to 40 to 45, that's the sweet spot, right? And so these two, like it says here, You must have both of these characteristics. These are the non-negotiables. You got to have those. These are the non-negotiables. But guess what? There's two more. Now, these aren't non-negotiables, but it's just good to have at least one of these characteristics. It's good to have at least one. You know, somebody that has a kid or some kids that are under the age of 19, or they're married, and they're married, right? Definitely the bottom two, employed full-time, between that age range, kid under the age of 19, or they can be married. If they have all four of these, that's a super qualified person. But if they have the bottom two, right, and at least one of the top two, then that's considered a qualified person. Are there exceptions? Again, family, of course, there are exceptions. I was an exception. When I joined the business, I had the age and I had the job. I was not married and I had no kids. And I was an exception. You know, I bought a lot of life insurance in that situation. I joined the business. I went full time. I planted my flag here and I built something. But guess what? I became, a lot of times, unqualified people that are on the younger side, they become qualified. So where if they join the business single, they stick around long enough and they don't run everybody off, they might get married, you know, have a kid or two or whatever the case may be, get a house. So they become qualified. Y'all know what I'm saying? But having that right mentality, them having a right mentality, that trumps everything. The right mentality. I won't go into that. It's a different training. But that's a qualified person. That is a qualified person. And so going back to the shared screen. So now that we know what a qualified person is, now that we know what that is, right? Am I cutting in and out? I'm good? Am I freezing? Y'all talk to me real quick. Am I cutting in and out?
No.
Okay, all right, I'm good.
Good.
All right, excellent. All right, perfect. Because I just read the chat. They didn't tell me what time the chat was up. And so I just saw, okay, cutting in and out. That must have been from earlier. Okay, thank you guys. Okay, so with that, let's talk about, now that we know what a qualified appointment is, let's talk about the numbers as it relates to that. Okay, so now if you schedule appointments, the question becomes what percentage of qualified appointments you schedule will actually keep their appointment, or what we call stick, right? So this is very important. This is very, very important. We're talking about what percentage of the qualified appointments are going to stick, right? And so hold on a second. Yep, got it. And so let's go back to it. The percentage of the qualified appointments that you schedule that will stick, check this out, is 50%. 50% of the qualified appointments that you schedule will actually keep their appointment. So if you schedule 8 qualified appointments, you can probably bank on 4 of them sticking. If you schedule 8, 4 are going to stick, right? And so here's the deal. If you're taking notes, this is a key note in this. These percentages that I'm showing you, this 50% percentage, it could be different for a person who is just getting started in the business and you're working in your warm market. Your percentages are probably going to be higher because you're scheduling appointments with people who know you, people you know that you got a connection with. It could be family, close friends, cool co-workers. And so your percentages might be a little bit higher. So some of you guys might be kind of, just really experiencing a different primary because you have a huge warm market. When you know a lot of people, you have credibility with those people. And it seems like everybody that you're scheduling appointments with, they're keeping their appointment. But I'm here to tell you that, maybe at some point your warm market will be exhausted. And then you get into what we call a referral market. And when you're in a referral market or you're in a very lukewarm market, you can probably start gauging your production and your business and your effectiveness off of that 50% rule, where 50% of the qualified appointments that you schedule will actually stick. They will actually keep. Now, this is another note that I want you guys to take down. If you are taking notes, listen to this and write this down. I repeat, listen to this and write this down. That 50% rule only applies, listen to me, only applies if you're scheduling 4 or more appointments a week. The 50% rule only applies if you're scheduling a minimum of 4 appointments a week. Because I know somebody's going to do 2 appointments scheduled a week, and you're going to think one going to stick. And then you'll have both of them rescheduled. Or you'll schedule 3 appointments, and then maybe none of them keep. Or maybe one keeps, and you're like, man, like, what's up with this 50% rule Dick was talking about? Anything below 4 qualified scheduled appointments in a week, you in Vegas, you gambling. It might be a situation where none of those appointments stick. If you only schedule 2 appointments in a week, you're lucky if one of them sticks. You're lucky. If both of them stick, man, what's your favorite numbers? We need to go play the lottery. I'm serious. The 50% rule of appointments sticking only apply when a person schedules a minimum of 4 appointments a week. Does everybody have that? Give me a thumbs up. Let me know if y'all got that. All right? Because I don't want somebody getting frustrated saying, these numbers don't work. I'm telling you, I scheduled 2 appointments last week, and I scheduled 2 appointments this week. They all rescheduled. What happened to this 50%? Well, you didn't hit the magic number of 4. It only works if you're scheduling 4 or more appointments in a week. Not in a month, not in 2 weeks, in a week. Are y'all with me? Good deal. All right. And so going back to the numbers, and we're going to talk about how all of this stuff, you know, what it means and how it matters and how it blends in and works with your business. Check this out. What percentage of qualified appointments? This is a huge one. Well, Nick, the appointments stick, right? Okay, so I scheduled 8, 4 stuck. But what percentage of the qualified appointments that stick is actually going to buy some life insurance? We got a number for that. And that is 50%. 50% of the qualified appointments that stick will actually buy life insurance. So if you scheduled 8 qualified appointments in a week, you could probably bank on about 4 of them sticking, 4 of them going to keep. And of the 4 that keep, 2 of them are going to become your life insurance clients. Somebody got to get excited about this. Because just knowing this number, these numbers alone can take all the frustration out. Well, Nick, I scheduled 6 appointments, 2 of them rescheduled. I can't get the other one on the phone. What's going on? Those are the numbers. Well, how many did you run? Oh, yeah, well, I ran 3 of them. Okay, yeah, you good. Those are the numbers. And of the 3 that you ran, you know, was everything kind of selling? How many of them became clients? Well, 1 of them became clients. Hey, those are the numbers. 2 of them became clients. All 3. What's your favorite numbers? Let's go play the lottery. I'm telling you right now, these are the numbers of the business. So let's recap, because I know that I'm saying these numbers and somebody gonna get off this call and not remember nothing that I said. When you're scheduling qualified appointments, 50% of the qualified appointments that you schedule will actually keep. And you have to have a minimum of 4 scheduled in a week for that 50% rule to apply. And then of those that stick, 50% of those will become your life insurance client. So now you know, those are the numbers. And if you're not closing life insurance business, if you're not getting production, this and the other, look at your numbers. Be honest with yourself. Look at your numbers and say, how many qualified appointments did I have scheduled last week? How many did I have scheduled the week before that? And I guarantee you that the answers and the thing that can thwart your frustration is sitting right there in your calendar. Oh, I see it. Okay, I get it. 2 weeks ago, I only had 2 appointments scheduled. Last week, I was busy getting the kids situated. I only had 1 appointment scheduled. Of course I'm not supposed to do anything. If I've got anything, that ain't nothing but the grace of God. If I got to recruit, or if we close some life or whatever, if I got anything out of that, that ain't nothing but the grace of God. But the numbers of Primerica told me that I shouldn't have got anything. So if I got nothing, I wasn't supposed to get anything. And that's the reality, teammates. That's what it is. And so check this out. So the next question is, well, it deals with recruiting. Blank of blank, blank out of blank. What is the average number of prospects who listen to your presentation that will join you in business? Blank out of what? Blank out of blank. What is the average number of prospects who listen to your presentation? Now check this out, guys. This is a note. These prospects who listen to your presentation, they don't have to be qualified. Listen to me. This isn't, the qualified thing deals with the life insurance. What I'm talking about now when it comes to recruiting, they don't have to necessarily be qualified. Now, just because I said that, just kind of use your discretion with that. Don't be talking to a bunch of 17 going on 18-year-olds that still living at home with their parents, and y'all get what I'm saying. The whole thing about employed full-time and between age 25 and 55, all that, like, let that still be your governor with that, right? But, we still need to have a standard where we're dealing with people that at least have those two things. Are y'all with me? All right? And so what is this number? Well, let me show you. Well, one out of four prospects who listen to your presentation will actually join you in business. One out of four. One out of four. One out of four people are going to see the presentation and say, yeah, man, I see it. I like it. I'm open to giving it a shot. I'm open to giving it a shot. So if you are on this call right now, on this training, you were the one out of four. You were that remnant, that 25% that God saved for this moment, right? You were that one out of four that said, yes, I will give it a shot. And you said, yes, I will give it a shot with money that you were able to submit, get your business number, and get off to the races. One out of four people, prospects who listen to the presentation, will join you in business. Now, if you're looking to recruit people and this, that, and the other, and you doing presentations, you're trying to get your recruiting going, and you've done 3 presentations, they've all told you no, keep going, because your numbers are going to average out. They're going to average out. Well, Nick, I've done 6 presentations, and all of them said, let me think about it. Keep going, because you're going to hit a spot to where it's going to seem like everybody's saying yes. I'm telling you right now, there are some people that are on this call that can attest to that. When you just get into a season where, like, everybody, you can't miss. Everybody's saying yes. Yeah. Well, let me tell you something. That's simply because that there was probably a spot in your business to where it did seem like people. So now the numbers are kind of averaging out. Y'all got to hear me. So here's another one. Blank out of blank. What is the average number of people that you recruit that will actually get their life insurance license? I love this one. Because let me tell you how I was as a new recruit. I thought that everybody that I recruited was going to be an RVP. I was that naive. I was like, man, I want to do this. I wanted to. I thought everybody wanted it like I wanted it, Mom. I thought everybody was going to jump in and go and be coachable and go get licensed in the first week and all. I thought everybody, until it didn't happen, and I thought it was me. I was like, man, what am I doing wrong? Like, what's going on? And I was frustrated until I discovered that these are the numbers. 1 out of 4 people, listen to me. Hold on. All right. Can y'all hear me okay? Am I good?
Yes,
Yes.
now you are.
Yes,
Yep.
you are.
You cut out a little bit, but now you are.
Perfect. So this is the deal. It's saying 1 out of 4 people is the average number of people you recruit who will get their life insurance license. They'll get life insurance license. 1 out of 4 people. So basically 25% of the people that you and your team recruit will get their life insurance license. Now, if your numbers are better than that, it's the grace of God. And unfortunately, in the past, years, and just as a base shop, our numbers have been above 25%. We just count it all to God's grace, right? We count it all to God's grace. That's just been a fortunate part of our business. And some of you guys might have even better numbers than that. Some of y'all might be working on 40% recruit to license ratios and things like that. That's the grace of God, I'm telling you. And so you want to be able to just really walk in that favor and really thank him for that, because normally it's about 1 in 4. 1 in 4. For some people it's less than that. For some people it might be 15% or 18%. But what we do to gauge for our business is 1 out of 4. So if you have a recruit that you recruit in and you just hoping that this person gets licensed and they don't, that's fine. Maybe they weren't supposed to go get licensed. Listen to me. And maybe you need to go see, maybe you need to be looking for the 3 others, to get to the 1. You got 1 that didn't get licensed, well, go get the 3 more. And I guarantee you somebody out of that total group of 4, they will go get their license. And just keep going. Keep going. And so what I want to do right now is I want to hit the pause button to just really see if anybody has any questions about anything that I've shared so far, any information that I've covered so far, because I've covered some numbers about qualified appointments. Well, first of all, we talked about qualified appointments. I've talked about, of the qualified appointments, how many of them will stick and how many of them will actually do business, and how many people that you sit down with, you do a presentation for, will join you in business. And of those who get recruited into the business, what percentage of them will get licensed? Does anybody have any questions about anything that I've shared so far? All right. Going once, going twice. All right, good deal. Well, we cooking. All right, perfect. So let's keep it going. And so, all right, this is a good one. What is our team's average annual life insurance premium per life insurance policy, right? And basically, what is our average life insurance app size? Like, what's the average monthly premium that clients pay when we do life insurance business with them? Well, based on our numbers, it's actually a little bit higher than this, but I still use this number. Our average annual life insurance premium per life insurance policy that we write is $876 in annual life insurance premium. If you divide that number, 876 by 12, that comes out to about a $73 a month life insurance policy. That's about the average app size that our base shop writes, is a life insurance policy where clients pay about $73 a month. Of course, we write some that they're paying more. We write some that they're paying less, but on average, it's about $73 a month. That's a key number to remember, that 876, all right? Because let's talk about how that equates when it comes to how to calculate your commission. This is where I need you to lean in, teammates, because some of you guys, we talking to you about going to get your life insurance license and all that. You can make this money. We showed you some compensation models and all that stuff when we did the presentation with you, but you still don't understand, like, okay, how do we get paid? I know you can get paid. This is where you want to lean in, and because this is, I'm about to go over how to calculate by hand. Now, you ain't got to do it by hand. Primerica does it for you, but how do you calculate your life insurance commission? All right. So I'm going to show you that, and I'm going to show you an example. All right. And so remember, it takes us about an hour to really do a life insurance policy. Could be less than that if we just get on with a person, they're ready to pull the trigger and buy. But writing a $73 life app, what does that mean? So how does that commission, how to calculate commission? So you take that $73 life app and you multiply that by 12, because there's 12 months in a year. This gives you the annual life insurance premium of $876. We just talked about that. All right. Now, with that $876 in annual premium, you got to do a little bit of math on this to calculate the commission. You minus out a $75 annual policy fee, right? This is standard. It doesn't change. This is Primerica's annual policy fee. Now, the client doesn't feel this. They don't know. It's not an extra $75 they got to pay. It's already built in to the client's annual premium and all that stuff. But when they pay out commissions, Primerica minuses out that $75 annual policy fee. So that leaves about $801 in what they call commissionable premium. This is what Primerica is going to pay your commission on, is this portion right here. Not the portion that has a $75 policy fee. That's the company's piece, right? So they're going to pay you the commission off of this 801. That's called commissionable premium. What you do is whatever that commissionable premium is, you multiply that number by whatever agent contract percentage that you're on. If you're a rep, you're on a 25% contract. If you are a senior rep, you're on a 35% contract. If you're a district leader, you're on a 50% contract. If you're a division leader, you're on a 60% contract. And if you are a regional leader in the business, you're on a 70% contract. Those are all part-time contract levels. Rep, senior rep, district, division, regional leader, right? And then if you become a regional vice president, which we hope you do, you get to 110% contract. Well, you'll get paid that percentage of whatever annual premium of the policy that you write. And that's your total commission, right? That is your total commission. Now, Primerica doesn't pay you your total commission up front. They pay you something that's called an advance commission. And this is the money that gets deposited into your account within probably 48 hours of you doing a life insurance policy. So how do you get to the advance commission? You take whatever your total agent commission is, multiply that by 75%, listen to me, teammates, and that's your advance commission. This is what Primerica agents, we get paid basically immediately when we write a policy, is our advance commission, right? And so if you want to screenshot this or do whatever, go ahead and do that. You're more than welcome to do that. But this is how you calculate commission based on our team's average app size. If you write a bigger policy, just plug that number, do the annual premium for that policy and do the math on that, right? And that'll work out your commission. So let's talk about what would the commission be at all the contract levels for writing a $73 life app. Is somebody coming off mute? Somebody had a question? Okay, all right, cool. Just wanted to make sure. I thought I heard somebody come off mute. And so, but yeah, we're good. Adrian, I see you on, sis. We recognize you. Congratulations on your senior rep promotion, man. We did that. We did that. We recognize you. So we excited for you. You all with us? Hold on. Adrian, where you at? I don't know if she can hear me or not, but hopefully she can. But just excited about that. I saw her name come up, so yeah. All right, so check this out, teammates. So this is the commissions for writing a 73. This is the total commission. The total agent commission if a rep wrote a $73 life app or a senior rep wrote a $73 life app, so on and so forth. So if you're a rep on a 25% contract, your total commission would be $200 and 25 cents. I see you, Adrian. I saw you in the chat room. I couldn't see you waving because of the way my screen was set up. But we'll come to you at the end. If you're a senior rep, your total commission would be $280. Hold on a second before we do that. So let me come into this. So going back to the rep, 25%. Total commission $225. Well, if you multiply that by 75%, the advance commission for a rep is about $150.18 for writing a $73 life app. That's their advance commission. Then the remaining $50 or so will be paid out in the 10th, 11th, and 12th month that the policy stays in force. The company calls that piece earns. It's kind of like a residual, so to speak. Not really, but it's somewhat, it kind of can serve like that. Every month you get paid your earns. It's basically the last portion of your commission if the policy stays enforced by the client. The company pays that out once a month. Senior rep, 35% contract. Total commission would be 280. 75% advance would be 210.62. District leader, total commission for a $73 lifetime would be $400.50. Man, check this out. Where can you go and in 1 hour make an extra $400? My goodness. Come on now. That's why it is so important for you to not only join this business and get licensed, but go to senior rep, not stop there, but at least get yourself to district leader, because that 50% contract, it just gives you so much bang for your time. So much bang for your time. And so $400. Advanced commission will be $300.37. Division leader, $480 total commission. Check this out. Advanced commission will be $360.45. And then regional leader, total commission will be $560.70. Advanced commission will be $420.52. And of course, regional vice president, $881. That's the 110% total commission. Advanced commission will be about $660.82 for writing that one policy. So what you're seeing on the screen, in the green, this is the total commission, and the purple is the advanced commission. The purple is what gets paid out to an agent within that 48-hour period, gets direct deposited into their account. All right. So hopefully that makes sense in terms of how the compensation works. I showed you guys that because, for one, you need to know. You're a part of this business. You need to know how that first license you get. How do you get paid? How does the money work? But at the same time, it's going to factor into really how to manage your business. Because some of you guys might want to forecast, man, how can I make so much money? Like, how can I make X amount of dollars in business? Well, you can do that. All right. So the number of first-time appointments, the first-time appointments you schedule can help you predict a lot of different things in the business. Again, that's that Jay-Z quote. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't, right? So the number of first-time appointments that you schedule can help you predict a lot of different things in the business. Check this out, family. Did you know that the number of first-time appointments you schedule can help you predict how many people you're going to recruit? Now, this could be you personally or your team, right? You personally or your team. So it can help you predict how many people you guys are going to recruit. Check this out. Let's say your goal is to recruit 3 people this month. Listen to me. Let's say your goal is to recruit 3 people this month. Well, based on the numbers, check this out. We already know 1 out of 4 people will join you in business, right? 1 out of 4 people that you do the presentation with will join you in business. So if you're looking to recruit 3 people, that means that you need to run in the ballpark of about 42 appointments this month. I'm sorry, not 42, 12 appointments this month. I don't know where I got 42. 12 appointments this month. You need to run about 12 appointments this month. Now check this out. If you got some decent skill, you probably don't recruit more than 3 people if you run 12 appointments this month. That ain't nothing but 4 appointments a week that you're running. Right? That you're actually presenting in front of 4 people a week. If you do that, you're probably going to recruit somewhere in the ballpark of maybe 3 to 5 people, somewhere around that. Right? Hashtag facts. That's what it's going to be. But you got to work those numbers. Right? And so you see it now. What I'm going to show you now is like, how do the numbers really apply to real-time, real-life scenarios in Primerica, right? And so let's just say that, these first-time appointments, they can help you predict how much life insurance business you or your team will do. Because let's say your goal is to do $5,000 in premium this month. Well, based on the numbers, the average life app size, the annual premium is $876, in annual premium. That's the average life app size. Well, if you're trying to do $5,000 in premium for this month, you take our average annual app size, which is $876, you divide that into 5,000, that equals about 5.7. So you round up to 6. That means that you need to do about 6 life sales this month. Or if that's a team goal for you, your team needs to do 6 life sales this month. Y'all got to get excited about this. This is how the numbers work and how you can predict and forecast your business. What's your goal? okay, well, if my goal is to do, 5 recruits, about 5,000 premium, that means that, man, we need to, if I want to do 5 recruits, then I mean, we need to be meeting with about 20 people this month. Like, we need to get in front of about 20 people this month. That's what it is. That's what it is. And so, Chantel, I saw you come off mute. If you got a question, I'm gonna come back to you. And so, and then if your goal is to do 5,000 premium, you say, hey, look, man, we need to close about 6 sales this month as a team. Or if that's your personal goal, I need to close 6 sales as my personal goal. And that'll get you your 5x5. Are y'all really, if somebody come on mute and tell me, like, is this making sense? Can y'all see how you can predict and forecast? With the,
Yes, Nick.
okay,
Yes.
perfect.
Definitely.
Okay, perfect.
Yes.
Thank you.
Let me tell y'all something. I was
Yes.
for years. I was in the business for years before somebody showed me this. I was running around like, man, I was frustrated. Like, man, how come I can't get these numbers and like that? But nobody told me or sat me down and said, hey, Nick, what are you, like, do you know the numbers of the business? Like, what's your goal? Well, my goal, I'm trying to get my division leader promotion. Well, okay, well, if you want to get your division leader promotion, do you know how many appointments you need to be scheduling per week? No, I don't know. Well, I'm scheduling a lot of appointments. Okay, the appointments are you scheduling? Are they qualified appointments? What's qualified? What are you talking about? Okay, do they have these characteristics? Oh, no, I'm scheduling appointments with people that not. No, like, so let's look at the qualified appointments that you have, right? And the number of qualified appointments, if you do this much, and these are the numbers, this is all you need to do. Nobody gave me a plan. And so I'm telling you right now, take all the frustration, all the agony, right? The highs and the lows, all right, you take all that out of the business, if you just know the numbers and you accept the numbers and you work the numbers, all right? And so not stopping there, we talked about if you got a goal, like how many people you want to recruit, how much life insurance premium you want to do. Oh, here's a big one. How much income you want to make? Because some of you guys are like, man, I want to make this much money in Primerica. Nick, if I can just make an extra $1,000 a month in Primerica, or if I can make an extra $2,000 or $3,000 a month in Primerica, I got you. But I'm going to tell you what the numbers are. And this is how you do it. Let's say that you're a senior rep, because we got a lot of people that are senior reps. Let's say you're a senior rep, and your goal is to make $1,000 a month in your Primerica business. If you're a senior rep and your goal is to make $1,000 a month in your Primerica business, well, based on the numbers, check this out. With the average life app size being $876 in annual premium, your senior rep advanced commission on that average annual policy is about $210. You need to write about 5 life sales a month, 5, to get you about $1,000. That's basically 1 policy a week. Maybe in one of them weeks you get a little bit, you get a little bit excited and you write 2 policies in one of them weeks. But basically that's about a 1 policy a week. That will get you $1,000 if you're staying within that average annual premium size. Of course, some of you guys' policies might be bigger than that, all that good stuff, and that's going to pay you even more. But 5 policies a month, 5 policies a month as a senior rep will get you $1,000. Guys, I didn't say 15. I didn't say 50. I'm telling you right now, man, it's almost ridiculous to even talk about it. 5 life sales a month will get you $1,000 in premium, right? Let's keep it going. Well, how many recruits will you get licensed? It can help you predict that. The number of first-time appointments you schedule can help you predict how many recruits you will get licensed. Let's say your goal is to get 4 people licensed based on the numbers. Now, this doesn't have to be in a month. This is just in general. You get 4 people licensed. Well, based on the numbers, 1 out of 4 recruits will get licensed. So you will need to recruit 12 people. You'll need to recruit at least 12 people. Now, some of you guys, again, I'm telling you, you're under God's favor. You operate under God's just unmerited favor, just grace, man. That's what grace is, just unmerited favor. Man, you are under God's grace. and you are licensing everybody that come through the door, everybody that join your business, and they go up there, they get licensed, right? Or you at about 50%. That's God's grace. But just know, even if you're under God's grace, don't take it for granted. You work it like you work in these numbers. You have it in your mind. If you want to go license another 4 people to your team, that I got to go get 12 in order to get 4. You go get them 12, you might get 6 or 8. Come on, somebody. But just you operating, thinking that, hey, you know what? I'm at least get 4 out of this 12. Does anybody have any questions?
Yes, Nick.
Mm-hmm.
This is Kim.
Hey, Kim.
Hey. Yes, I was just wondering, as a rep, a senior rep, or just one of the people on the team, do we get a bonus each time one of our people gets licensed?
Unfortunately, you don't. You do not get a bonus when your people get licensed. It's not. Your compensation is not tied to that. Even we as RVPs, it's something that they kind of introduced to us this month, just kind of as an incentive for us to really start moving people towards the licensing process. More people. The company put something out there just as a monthly incentive to regional vice presidents for each person that we get licensed or get their field training bonus money paid out, that we get like $100 bonus. But for anybody that's below level of RVP, and that's not even a permanent thing. At least they haven't announced it as a permanent thing. It's just something this month. But for anybody that's below level of RVP, and typically what's been happening for everybody, even including RVPs and above, there is no bonus that's given for when people get licensed.
Okay, thanks.
Hey, no problem. No problem at all. All right. And so, any other questions? Anybody else? Chantel, did you have a question? I think you came off mute a little bit earlier.
No.
Okay, that just might have been an accident there.
No, I don't know what happened to my phone. It just take me off of mute. I don't know why.
You know what?
Hey, y'all.
Hey, what's up now? So, yeah, phones be acting up. You must got one of them Androids. It's all good. But no, I'm joking. I know shots fired.
I got an iPhone, boo.
Oh, okay. All right, my bad, man.
No Android here.
All right, okay, man. All right, good stuff, man. Good stuff, man. Tell Siri to calm down, man. I'm muting your stuff. You know what I'm talking about. But yeah. But Auntie, I see you off mute. Did you have a question? Okay, all right, never mind. Okay. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody? Let me look in the chat. Okay. Is anybody in the chat? But you get the opportunity to override. Cutting in. Okay. All right. All right, cool. So the great thing about, just kind of to add on what Kim was talking about is that when you do get a person licensed that's on your team, if you are their upline, meaning that if you are a contract level above that person that gets licensed, you do get the opportunity to override them. It's not necessarily a bonus or anything like that, but anything that they do, again, as long as you're a contract level above them, when they do business, Primerica is going to pay them, but they're also going to pay you what they call an override. And so that's a beautiful thing in all business is override. It's not called that in all business, but in Primerica, it's called an override. And so it's a way for you to get compensated, and leverage your income, on the people that you bring on board and help develop and all that good stuff. And so, yes, it's all good. It is all good. And so it can be called a training bonus, just as Rahima posted. And so it can be called, a number of things, override, training bonus, all of that good stuff. And so that might be able to address maybe your question, Kim, because sometimes you might hear it called a training bonus. And so, got it. All right, so let me jump in because we're making really, really good time. This is a quick tip. For you guys. Hold on just a second. Let me mute everybody. Troy, did you have a question?
No.
Okay, all right, good deal. And so, Yeah, this is a quick tip for everybody. However many life policies you're looking to write in a month, listen to this. This is a very, very important tip. You might want to write this down. However many life insurance policies you're looking to write in a month, check this out. It's equal to the number of first-time qualified appointments you need to schedule each week. Y'all missed it. However many life insurance policies you're looking to write in a month is equal to the number of first-time qualified appointments you need to schedule each week. So if you're looking to write 6 life sales in a month, that means that you need to be scheduling 6 qualified appointments a week. Whatever your number is for the number of life insurance policies you're looking to write personally or as a team in order to get to a certain number or a certain level of commission, whatever the case may be, just know that whatever that number of life sales you're looking to write, that is the number of first-time qualified appointments you need to have scheduled each week. That's a quick tip. That's a quick tip right there. And so for family, man, hey, look, I think that before we can take off and really just get into some of the meat of the things I'm going to be covering in the coming weeks, we have to address these numbers because I don't want you guys to be hitting a wall. I don't want you to be frustrated. I don't want you to feel as though, you know, things aren't happening at the pace and then the level that you want them to happen without knowing the facts, without knowing the numbers as it relates to the business that you're in. So that way now you can forecast, right? And so this is another quick tip. You've heard me say it. If you know the numbers, right? Everybody say it with me. You don't have to come off mute, but if you know the numbers, if you accept the numbers, say it with me. I got you. Appreciate y'all. And if you work the numbers, that's the key. If you work the numbers, then family, the numbers can never beat you. They can never beat you. You will beat the numbers. Now that you know the numbers, accept them. Accept them. You can't beat the numbers. It's going to be what it's going to be. These are the numbers. Accept the numbers, family. And then now that you've accepted them because you know them, all you got to do is work them. If you work the numbers, I promise you, the numbers will work for you. If you work the numbers are going to work for you. They're going to work for you. All right? And so that concludes the numbers are the numbers training. And hopefully you guys got something out of that. I will be posting this to our YouTube. This will be a part of that repository of videos and the training vault and all that good stuff. So you can always refer back to, what did Nick say about this? So you always be able to refer back to this training, all right? And so with that being said, I thank you guys, and I'm going to come back to the presentation. Don't jump off just yet. Got a couple of quick announcements to go over. It's all about the numbers. Supercharged September. Check this out, guys. Life licensing blitz meeting. See, this is us. We trying to really cheat the numbers too. Not cheat, but we really trying to be above that 25%. 25% ain't good enough, man. I don't know what you thinking, but Raheem and I thinking is that, man, we trying to really bust the numbers over their head when it comes to this licensing thing, right? And so how are we doing that? We have this life licensing blitz meeting. It is open to all unlicensed people. Listen to me. If you are unlicensed, we need you on this meeting. We need you to plug into this meeting because it's a support group. It's going to help you pass your life insurance exam because it's going to be friendly accountabilities. You know, Rahima, myself, we're going to help guide you through all the steps that it's going to take in order for you to get licensed. Guys, you got to plug in. Look, we've even, fashioned it to work and accommodate, hopefully most of you guys schedule this every Thursday evening at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Just one meeting once a week. We're on for about 30 minutes, maybe, right? Going through the spreadsheet, making sure that, hey, man, where you at in your process. Let me tell you something. It's better to be a part of the group because in numbers, there's safety. It's better to be a part of a group than be out there lone wolfing it, trying to figure stuff out. So if you are unlicensed, even if you've gone to class, you're studying, you're prepared, you got your test schedule, plug in to this Thursday meeting. And guess what? You graduate when you pass your test. You graduate when you pass your test. This is the Zoom meeting ID and the Zoom password. This right here. This is the meeting ID and password that you use. I know, a lot of you all's field trainers are going to be in touch with you guys, just to remind you. Please jump on the meeting. Please jump on the meeting, because we need you to get through this process, because we're trying to get you paid. As you can see, we're trying to get you paid. We can't get you paid until you pass that test. All right, really, really paid. Consistently paid until you pass your test. So if you're unlicensed, make sure that you're plugging in this Thursday. Put it in your calendar, every Thursday until you pass that test. We need your commitment to do that. All right. And so next thing is, of course, we have our Epic Adventure Primerica contest. Company started the contest last month. It's going through the end of November. This is an all-expense paid trip to Universal Studios Orlando, Florida. It's going to be at the Lowe's Sapphire Resort at Universal Orlando and the Lowe's Royal Pacific Resort. Primerica basically taking over these two resorts, man. Taking over a total of 3,500 people, split up into two phases. February 15th through the 18th, and that's phase one, February 18th through the 21st, where they're taking half the group in phase one, half the group in phase two. Gonna shut down Universal Studios and parts of Universal Studios Island Adventures for just Primerica people. Rahima and I, we have been on one of these trips before, where they shut down Universal Studios Island Adventures. It's unbelievable, y'all. I mean, it ain't nothing like it's crazy. And so, if everything holds up and is safe to go, they're going to take all these people. But check this out. If the company don't go, right? Because of the coronavirus, COVID-19, the pandemic is still kind of crazy, and the company has to cancel the trip, they going to send you the bread. Y'all ain't hearing me. They going to send you the money, right? And so Raheem and I, we won the last company trip to the Broadmoor. We were looking forward to going back to the Broadmoor. We've been there together. This is a 5-diamond resort in Colorado Springs, Colorado, nestled in the mountain. Man, it's beautiful out there. We were supposed to go there in August, but y'all know what was going on with this pandemic. Company canceled the trip, sent us a check for $4,500. Y'all ain't excited. I am. We are. And so if you win this trip, Primerica will send you the money if they don't go. If they go, you and a guest, they gonna fly y'all down, put y'all up, man. It's gonna be an amazing time, and we all gonna celebrate and kick it together while we out there. But if for whatever reason we can't make it, they gonna compensate you. They ain't gonna, the trip ain't just gonna be lost. They gonna put some money in your pocket, and that money get direct deposited. My goodness, come on, y'all. And so this is how you can rack up extra points. If you want to learn how to win the trip, go out on Primerica Online. They have a whole section that talks about it, the contest and the points and how it all works. Go out there and check it out. But they have extra points you can earn this month. Extra points. Get recruits or get somebody life license on your team this month. If you get a recruit, the first recruit you get, you're going to get 50,000 extra points to go towards your point total in the contest. And then for each additional recruit that you get, or each additional life insurance license that you or your upline, for you, you're gonna get 25,000 extra builders premium points. It's just a way, man. They're putting a lot of weight and a lot of emphasis on recruiting and licensing. So make sure that you're doing your part. All right. Anybody have any questions? All right, good stuff. And then I think that might be it. Last but not least, before we go back, remember we have the weekly incentive. We're retroing it from Sunday through this coming Sunday. Anybody that does 1 by 1,000, I'm gonna post this out on the group me too. Anybody that does 1 by 1,000, $50 cash app to you, right? We're gonna send it over to you. Hey, you should be doing that anyway, but if you do, man, why not go ahead and get an extra 50? You can do whatever you want to with that 50. Buy some cigars.
What's that?
Right. I mean, you might be, hey, it's some cigar aficionados that's on the deal.
It's me. That's me.
Yeah, I got you. That's
me.
hitting somebody button. Hey,
Yep.
You can buy you a couple of nice sticks, man. You know what I'm saying? And do your thing. Hey, 1 by 1,000. We got you. I'm talking about whatever, however you take it. Cash out, Venmo, you send that to us. We shooting it out to you. We're gonna shoot it out to you immediately. So just make sure that you do that from last Sunday, whatever you got it. Well, Nick, I got a recruit on Monday. Do that count? Yes. Anything you've done from Sunday the 13th through this coming Sunday, we're going to add it up and see who's done their 1 by 1,000, and we're going to hook you up. All right. So with that being said, guys, that's all we have. If all hearts and minds are clear, we can pray and let's go get after it, man. We got half of the month left. We got a lot of work to do, a lot of promotions to make happen, and we're excited about it. All right. And so if you don't mind, y'all bow your head and pray. We can go ahead and pray up out of here. Lord God, we just thank you for your grace and mercy, for your blessings. We thank you for the information that was shared in this training, Father. I thank you for blessing me to be able to share it. Lord God, we ask that information lands on good ground with the people, Lord Father, that they learn and that they grow from the information. They're able to apply to their business to be able to reach their goals and dreams faster. Father, we pray that you continue to lead us and order our steps to the people that need this information, that the people that are ready to receive this information. Let us not grow weary in well-doing. Now that we know the numbers, bless us to be able to accept the numbers and also work the numbers, because we know that faith without works is dead. Bless us to be able to do the work that you have called us to do. We're not here by accident, but we are here to be able to just bless other people, and we thank you for that. And please continue to watch between us and our absence from one another, Lord Father, and meet our needs afresh through the total sufficiency of Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior, until we can see each other again, whether it's virtually or whether it's in person. We ask that you would continue to keep us and favor us. It's in the mighty name of Jesus Christ we do pray. Amen. All right, family. I love you guys.
Amen.
Amen.
Yeah. Everybody have
Amen. Amen. Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Awesome. Everybody have a great evening. Y'all take care.
You too. Bye-bye.
See you next.
All right.
See you tomorrow.
Peace, everybody.
Bye-bye.
I'm going to call you.
Yep, that's fine.